Hey all, I'm Phil and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld. Let's get started, shall we? Now this toxic fallout is still going on. Now I expect it to probably last maybe another episode or two, given how Cassandra's been quite lately. But this shouldn't bother us too badly, and people are still able to get work done without, look at that, no toxic build-up on Squid, who is actually unrestricted, I believe. Interesting. Why are you out here? You were walking out this way, probably to do something with the chunks. Because if I recall correctly, I did actually expand area number 2. Let's see. Yeah, to include these chunks. And also a little bit of mining on the outside here. Actually, I might just expand it just along this edge, just in case they want to stand there while mining. But what I do need to do is actually mark these to be deconstructed. Because at the moment, they're just sitting there in a unrestricted or a default zone of sorts. So that should be good. So someone will get around to it eventually. Hopefully no one with a high level of toxic build-up. And we'll double check people as we go through. I'll go through the listing and just take a look. And no one's got a toxic build-up. This is pretty easy to deal with. Just building a roof and letting it be. I will double check. Yep. Our wind turbines still have access. Well, it isn't being covered by, well, cover. So the power's still being supplied. Now, are we actually charging up? I don't suspect we're actually storing enough power to get us through the night. It's nice that everything's nearly at max. Probably not the wind turbines accepted, but even the geothermal generator. But having a second geothermal generator should, in theory, do the trick. Now, of course, will take a little bit of time, a little bit more effort to get done. We've already dismantled this wall, which, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. But, you know, we actually have to build this wall up here. Maybe I'll grab someone to do it. Someone nice and fast like Steven. Steven, can you get over there? No, Sparkles is doing that job, and Sparkles is also doing that job as well. Sparkles, where are you? Sparkles, you're all the way over there. Sorry, can we just grab you? Oh, you're hauling the stone blocks already. Okay, that's fair enough. I won't stop you. And build the last 2 blocks. Thank you, and thank you. How about that? We've got a completely secure area, another area to work with. It's really, really good to see. Wow, so we'll finally be able to get around to building the temple, because that's what our original goal was. Now I wonder, let's see, is there anything we need to work on straight away? No, we already marked the geothermal generator up here to be built, so it's going to take some time for people to haul up the steel, which I don't think we have that much steel. Still 216 units versus the 400 we need? No. So they're not going to haul it until we even have it in the stockpiles. Which shouldn't take too long. I'm expecting them to melt down the rest of the slag and obviously do a little bit more mining. And that should get the job done, I hope. Have people deconstructed it? Yeah, they have deconstructed these little blocks here. And that has given us a little bit of steel to work with. Didn't actually spot if it gave us components, but either way. I'll just see how things go, well, in the morning. That leaves me wondering, just taking a look around the map, we need to check our roofing, just to see where things are. Okay, so the roofing all seems fine in the lower half. Oh, I'll have to deal with Raiden in just a second. Seems fine over here, around there, that's all expected, but not here. We're missing a whole roof section, which I probably could just easily say expand the build roof section and just include it like so. There we go, that's not too hard to do. Time to focus on the raid now, shall we? So what is this raid and who is it? And so a group of pirates. I'm not a fan of pirates, but we've dealt with them before and we'll be able to deal with them again. So from the great crossbows, they arrive nearby. They prepare before attacking. Prepare a defense or attack them preemptively. Okie dokie. Let's take a look. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people to deal with. They've all got shields, which is going to be interesting. I suspect if we have any EMP grenades, we might use those, since those are non-destructive. Yeah, because I think we'll avoid the grenades this time if we can help it. So Bauer, that means actually deallocating you, or just getting you to drop your grenades. So can we spot the EMP grenades? Yep, there they are. Don't think they've moved actually either. Okay, that's good. So Bauer, whereabouts are you? Up the top. We'll get you to replace your EMP grenades with grenades with EMP grenades. That's step 1, and then I'll just see if we can get a few more range people, because we've got a lot of melee people, which You know, as I said before, I'd rather try and avoid if possible, and that's balanced, that's fine. You got melee, that's orange. Orange is at a 5 for shooting versus a 7 for melee. Stephen, you're definitely... Oh no, that's fine. You can stay on range, that's for sure. Bat, you have a ranged weapon. A lot of passion for melee, so obviously we're keeping you there. 6 and 4, you're already on a melee weapon. I wonder, Squid, can we get you a better weapon than a pillar? Because we have other weapons available, and that may really help out. Now, we've got a shotgun on the right, or another pillar. No, not another pillar. Shotgun's possible. But I like the idea of giving someone a minigun. Because it's always really cool to see them in action. Despite the long cooldown, the cooldown is a little bit of concern. Or is it warm up? One of them. One of the cooldown and warm ups is just a little too long. So Squid, we'll get you to do that. And I think as well we will be restricting everyone to... let's see, how's this going to work? Just area 1. We haven't got a high enough toxic build up so far, so it shouldn't worry us too badly if they're wandering outside of cover. And we'll actually double check everyone's health now and then, but I suspect it's, yeah, initial with sparkles, it's not too much to worry about, and yeah, we'll be fine for the time being. Just hopefully they attack soon, because then I can re-restrict everyone and we should be good. There we go. They're attacking. So, whereabouts are you attacking, and how are we going to set things up? Okay, we've got a few people wanting to go attack the inside objects, so the telescope, the wooden doors, more wooden doors, solar generator that's inside. Okay, that's interesting, you're wandering. You probably haven't been updated yet. And wooden doors. And you're attacking the power switch, so that's everything inside. So they're just going to wander all the way around just to get through our main entrance, which is no problems whatsoever. So I think what I'll do is, maybe in just a second. Okay. You've decided to run away. Now I'm assuming you've probably just grabbed some steel or some other items. What have you grabbed? You've just stolen a minigun. Okay, fair enough. You can take the minigun and just leave. Because you've left Falcon's body, which is fine, and you actually have to deal with a bug, which you were actually perfectly fine with. Well, that was surprisingly easy. We didn't even have to deal with any of them. Okay, so we did lose a minigun. That is worth quite a bit. But it did just save us from having a raid. Okay, I can't complain. Well, I'll re-restrict everyone to area 2. And that should... everyone should be happy with that. I will double check again, as it's something I will have to do over and over again. But the health, we shouldn't have any major health issues with the toxic build-up now. No. It's only at initial and that will disappear pretty fast. Cool. Nothing much to worry about then. Okay, so what do we need to focus on? Well, we need to focus on more steel. Oh no, we actually have enough in storage for the steel. What about components? We have 28 components. Where did that come from? Where did we get 28 components from? It was at 3 or something beforehand. Like, did we haul something into a stockpile, or what's going on? Okay, I am puzzled by that. Okay, I can't complain. It's the components we need, and we got the steel, so that will provide us all the power we need. Okay, dokie. So what we'll be doing is probably making inside walls just here. Do we have even enough bricks? 27 cents in blocks is not enough to go along the inside edge, is it? Barely. Because we do want to, of course, double thicken the inside wall here. Because it's what we've done before. It's always worked out well. So we'll just mark those blocks to be done, and eventually, when we actually get our hands on more sandstone blocks, I realise, because we're out of them. Like, how about if I just zoom out and double click? Haul in all those blocks. There's a lot of blocks to get hauled in. But when I unrestrict them, like so, they'll nick them, bring them inside, because it is one of the higher priorities of a fair few people. And oh, that's actually a good thing. Toxo, you're bearing Falcon, which should provide a few positive moodlets. So let's see. And we should see it come up in now. And buried in sarcophagus. +8, expires in 24 hours. There we go. Falcon is finally rested. Probably has a bit of toxic residue on the body, so no one go and eat them, preferably. Oh, even better, we got an exotic goods trader. I wonder what they've got to sell us. So this is a caravan, not a orbital trader. Because of course we actually have to replace, let me hold these in, our comms table, because we had to blow it up. Bauer and their grenades was a little, well, they're a little too enthusiastic about blowing things up, so I think, yeah, we can place it just back here. It was a perfectly fine location to keep it. And obviously we'll have to patch up the walls as well. So there. And I wonder, okay, we'll just do sandstone for this. No reason why not. And obviously a wooden door, like so. Okay, that should fix that up. It's not too bad of a choice. And yeah, we do need more blocks. I was really hoping people would get the hauling done earlier, but they aren't going outside to haul in all these sandstone chunks which I've marked. Which is kind of disappointing. I was hoping they'd do it straight away. Oh well. Interesting thing. I just need to shut down these two, well, the scyther and the centipede. The scyther, unfortunately, I can't grab any arms off of, which is a little bit of a disappointment. But that's what we get, what happens from time to time. Because I believe, yeah. Oh no. Left arm, right arm is still available, so... Okay, well, I can't really do too much about that, can I? Hopefully, eventually, some of this will get hauled in. So we do want to have the silver back inside. I'm pretty surprised that the pirates haven't stolen it. And obviously we can grab the steel, which... No, not that we need it. Oh, hey, geothermal generator. You know, like I was talking about. So we need to build a power cable. Now, this is going to be a little awkward. Because we've got some turrets just in the lower half, or the plan was to have turrets. And also a power cable, which... unsurprisingly, we're missing just along here, so let's fix that up. So, and whereabouts are we going to bring the cable into? Well, we have our main network, and we just have this small isolated section thanks to the switch, which is just for the turrets, so turning on and off the turrets. So I suspect we should still be fine to pull... this is the time where I wish I knew where we were marking our internal walls for our temple to Cassandra. Not Fucifer, Cassandra. Fucifer is a different god in this colony. So how are we going to order things out? I think we will just end up running the power cable down the left-hand edge. It's not going to be very pretty. No, we can actually embed it into the wall until maybe just a bit before this point, and then just pull it on out. Not the best option, but I think that's what we're going to do. So probably pull the cable down to just here, and then we'll come out by, I guess it would have to be actually out, across and down, and then we'll fix it up at a later point, and that should supply us the power that we need. So just double checking, we have, obviously everyone is unrestricted, so they will get around to building it like Sparkles is of course doing, but I think it is of course now time to talk to the traders and obviously also check the health of our characters. So who is our best socialite? Socialite of 2, 3, 7, 5 with passion. So it looks like it's going to be 7, which is Stephen. Okay, now you are still hauling the item in, so I'll let you do that, Stephen. Haul the slag over, and then we'll get you to chat to whichever trader it is up here. Ooh, Ella. We'll get you to talk to Ella, see what they have to offer. Now, I didn't actually check whether they were... So they're just an exotic goods trader. That means they actually do have Luciferium on them. Okay, that's puzzled me because in our previous series we couldn't get Luciferium even off of a exotic goods trader. That's just bizarre. Okay, well, we have access to it, so we'll definitely buy a few. Probably, let's see if we can get 12. I didn't mean to press a double arrow, but we could probably buy 12. After seeing, and what about the Luciferium? I mean, Wake Up, sorry. They have a few bottles as well. Okay, I'm going to mark them all for the time being, and hell, even a few more Nutrimine, because we don't actually have any left in storage. Yeah, that's not too bad, and then we might sell a few meals, a few bits of beer, but I'll go through that because that will take a little bit of time to deal with. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, I think this is roughly what we're going to be doing. So we're going to buy less luciferium, less wake up, and of course less nutrimine. And we're still in the negative now. We sold all the beer that we do have because we've lost a bit already, which means I probably might end up moving the beer room because it's not working out very well there. Well, just because of that incident when someone left the doors open and it all froze. Now, of course, we're selling a lot of the clothing, a lot of the poor quality clothing, and some of the better quality hats as well, just because it's worth having a little bit of cash around, and also a bit of space, because we definitely need that. Now, one of the thoughts I am having is, where is it? We actually have a scyther blade around, and it's very tempting to sell it just so we can get some money out of it. And I think we will. I'm not intending it. I don't think, as much as I really would love to attach it to someone, give them 2 scyther blades, the money is going to be more useful for the time being, because we can always get another scyther blade from another raid, possibly in the future, assuming Cassandra doesn't kill us in the meantime. Yes, so we're going to sell that, gives us positive cash. It also means that we'll be better off when we actually build the next 2 medical rooms, which is meant to be these 2. Okay, there we go, and the trades caravan is leaving. That's not bad timing. Now, hopefully these bodies, or we'll actually get rid of them eventually, because it's not very pleasant having these rotting corpses lying around the place. They should, in theory, get smelted, assuming power is on. That's probably half the reason why, and also the cremate corpse. Okay, we'll turn that one back on, and that should do the job. And crocodile. How many wake-ups do we need? Okay, we've got 18 out of 10 now, so we shouldn't be using any more nutrimine to produce it. Okay, that's good, and yeah, there we go. We're finally burning these corpses and getting rid of them. Now, we're still also got to deal with all these bodies, so that will take a bit of time, but it should be worth it. It should certainly be worth it. Okay, health check. Most certainly health check time. So, any toxic build-up? Initial, minor. Okay, Sparkles. I think it might be time for you to be restricted indoors. Just checking once again through the loop. Yep, so minor. Restrict Sparkles when I find you to area 2. Just until that decreases. Actually, it's night time, so it would decrease. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, that's all it took. Just one night to go down from minor to initial. Now, I don't know... Well, 19% is what we're counting as initial still, so we should be safe. Now I will... might want to check a few other people. It looks like Stephen is at minor. I think we're still safe. Just allow this going on for one more day before we restrict people once again. And I would have liked to have seen what that was about, your unhappy mood. So Bauer, what is up? You've observed rotten corpses, probably because you were getting rid of them. You were rebuffed by a few people, which hasn't helped. You're high in smoked leaf, which is really good. That has given you a couple of positive moodlets, but not enough. You ate with that at a table and you're in darkness. Darkness, interesting. I don't know where you were in darkness, but that is fair enough, and it is something we should work on. Because our torches did burn out, and we never got around to refueling them, because we didn't have any wood. So we're actually going to fix it up. So there is meant to be a torch in this room, which I'll place in the corner here. And I suspect, where else do we want a torch? Well, there's one torch in here, which should, I think, be enough to light up that room. None of these rooms require torches. This area seems to be very bright on it, because it's got a standing lamp, so that's good. Actually, what am I doing? I don't need to use torches anymore. I can use lamps, which is a lot easier to I like to think it's easier to manage just because people don't have to go around and refuel it. It also doesn't waste our wood, which is actually a renewable resource, so yeah, but then again we're using solar and wind power. And geothermal, can't forget the geothermal, because that's turning out well. Actually, and the toxic fallout settled. Thought it might last for another episode or so. Oh, that's good. I don't actually have to check everyone's health over and over again, but I will do it one last time just to see where we're at. And I think, yeah, we only got up to minor a couple of times, which is perfectly fine. Phew, that's really good. We've got through it, we're all safe, and it does mean I can leave everyone unrestricted once more as well. Okie dokie. And what to do next? Well, Hopefully people get around to doing more hauling, like a trader is just doing there. But we will deconstruct these walls because they no longer need to be out here, and obviously we'll fix up the home zone in reasonable time. Just checking we've dealt with the other places. Yep, okay, cool. Because we've had a few other raids before and I wasn't too sure whether or not we actually dismantled the walls. But it looks like we have, so let that be. I think it's getting close to the time where we actually start to work out how a temple is going to be laid out. Oh, this is going to be really exciting because we've been working towards this for quite a while. That said, I still need to fix up Stephen's bed because Stephen's still the last person to not have a bed. So Stephen, what's up with you? Don't you have a bed, or we haven't given you a bed? By the looks of things, we just haven't given you a bed. Now these rooms should be warm enough. 20, 22, yep, and they're sufficiently warm. So we shouldn't get any cold debuffs, at least in these rooms. So let's, where is it? Set owner. Set owner to Stephen. Should be that one done, and yep, you've actually gone to change beds, awesome. Now, does this still designate this room as a barracks? That's what I'd like to know. Okay, it does still designate this as a barracks. I suspect that if I remove the beds and maybe even the animal sleeping spots, it should go to a common room. I believe it's a common room. Okay, let's give that a shot and just see what happens. So, where is it? I want the shortcut. Deconstruct, and it goes into a barn, probably because of the animal sleeping spots. So how about we move them into just the opposite room, which is L. Actually, that's cool. It's listed as a tomb, which is correct. This is a tomb. Mediocre, average size, rather nice and clean. That's what we want to see. And Foo's bedroom, Bat's bedroom, a workshop, a room, just a room, bedroom, Sparkle's room, Toxo's room, workshop, yep, room, laboratory, which is right because it is just research tables. That's just a room. Okay, so it's interesting just how things are being labelled and set out. I would have thought that maybe this would have been designated as something like along the lines of a storage room, but it hasn't. Yep, those are just rooms and those are bedrooms. Oh, and that's a hospital. Ah, interesting. I haven't spent a lot of time looking at what pops up with this information toggle on, but there we go. Oh, and we need to do something about these animal sleeping spots. So where are we going to put them? We can put them outside. I don't think the animals will freeze to death. But it's also not the nicest of locations. What I thought was we turn this one into like an animal pen or a barn. Which is, of course, we need to do a little bit of deconstructing. So let's actually mark that. So this and that, and I think we'll also have to fix up a power cable because we'll probably be removing it. Oops, and get rid of that one there because that's going right up in. So whereabouts is a power cable for this area? Ah, okay. So what's the best replacement for what we're going to do? Because I am suspecting that they are going to deconstruct the power cable as well. I think the easy thing will just be... Oh no, they're leaving the power cable there. Oh, it's not very pretty, is it either? Oh, we have to fix this up. I think what we might try and do is... Let's see, the power cable's being run up this way. So this wall can still exist. And then I suspect we still do this hop, which gets the power to this area here. We pull the power cable all the way down like this. Not the best option, but I think that's probably the best thing we can do for the time being. So can we deconstruct this? Yeah, we can. Okay, we'll deconstruct that one, that one, that one. These cables. And I think this one as well. Oh, and this one. Because that doesn't need to exist either. Oops, I didn't mean to deconstruct the wall. Oh, someone get around to fixing it again, please. And we'll get the power cables back in place. So where are they and how they're laid out? Okay, there to there to there. I think we can put one just across a few gaps here. Just so we've got power to a lot of the rooms. And that should be sufficient. The thing is, we did actually make it through the night. We didn't have any power issues. And we are storing more and more power. So we finally have enough power to work with. All it cost us was another geothermal generator, which of course are kind of expensive to make. So yeah, there's a trade-off, but it's well worth it, I think, and I think our colonists will also be a little happier. Now we do need to take a look at heating and just see how our cooling and stuff is going. Now it is 15 degrees outside, and I just realised that our cooler here isn't actually keeping this area to minus 5 anymore. So I think it is time for another cooler. We've got 20 components, and we certainly have enough steel, so this shouldn't take too long to build either. And I think we'll just put it side by side just here, because it is still the most secure place for the cooler to be put. And how's our fermenting barrels going? Yep, they're going fine. Now, what I think I will be doing with the fermenting barrels is just shifting them sideways by a couple of blocks, so we have a double door system, just so we don't have to worry so much about heat. So I think that might be the easiest thing. And can someone get around to finishing building this? Now, I kind of wish you could see if someone was working on this as a task. And the annoying thing is I'll just have to click on someone and yeah, okay. So no one was working on it. All I had to do was grab the components, build it, and that would have been really nice. Wow, we are powering through this episode. This is turning out really well. A lot faster than some of the previous episodes as well. But I will drop this cooler here down to -5, the same as its neighbour, which should do the trick to keep this as a proper refrigerated area. Now, I kind of wonder, I think we can actually nick just this little area here and just expand the wall a little further. So what we'll do is place it over here and then deconstruct this wall once the job's been done. But I think we'll have to do that in the morning. Okay, now hopefully someone gets around to it sometime soon, you know, any second now would be nice. Okay, Orange, how about I grab Toxo? Toxo is acting socially, maybe someone else would be smarter. Oh no, never mind, Matt got it. Okay, now we can actually mark this all to be deconstructed. That gives us 2 extra blocks to work with, because we weren't really going to be able to build into this area, because this would have taken forever with a moisture pump just to clean up. That would have taken... Oh, I would hate to imagine how long it would take. Actually, I have been trying to imagine. I can't. Anyhow, we need to expand the growing zone, stockpile zone, just by a couple of blocks, just to expand into the space, like so. And there we go. More space to work with. Our colonists can't complain. If this isn't at least half full, then we're running out of food. I think that's probably the best way to look at it. Okay. Well, let's actually continue working on our barn for our animals. So we're going to use, I think... Can we use stone? Oh, we have enough stone around the place, so might as well. Sandstone, because it's what we've been using for most of our buildings. So we'll go sandstone, sandstone, and interestingly enough, these wooden walls here weren't deconstructed. Oh, never mind, they are now. And I think we'll make sure it's a wider entrance. I'm curious whether or not we should put doors or we should just leave it really wide and open. It's going to be roofed, that should be enough. I wonder. Well, I'm actually going to get out our tools for marking and just clear these plans, just work it out. So if we do 3 and 3 on either side, internal, leaves us with a two wide doorway, which to me feels like a big old barn door with them, but it's not exactly long enough to be a barn. That should still work out fine, so that's what we're going to do in that shape. So we'll just of course mark it, and mark it. And there we are, job done. And what's this power conduit doing here? Okay, time to deconstruct that one, and obviously the one underneath. There, and there. Phew, job solved. No, I just realised something. Yes, we could do the 2 wide here, but it won't actually be registered as a room, and that's how I wouldn't mind keeping it. You know, keeping this as a room for our animals. So I wonder, can you put doors side by side? Or is that just not a thing? It looks like a thing, maybe that still will make a room. I guess we'll just have to see how it goes when someone gets around to building it, which should be soon. And also roofing. I think I will just have to specify the roofing. Yeah, because there's one little spot there. Let's check. We aren't missing anything in particular that we should concern ourselves with. Actually, might just clear the no roof area here, just because we don't need that anymore. And the same goes for this area here and here. If they decide to build a roof, well, they shouldn't. We'll just have to see how it goes. Anyhow. Yep, that's all good. Nothing to complain about there. Okay, and we finally got this area set up. Now this is kind of weird seeing 2 doors side by side, but it should still do the trick and it should still register as a room, which it does. Cool, exactly what I want to see. Now, excuse me mouse, well, why are you moving? Excuse me mouse. Oh, that's weird. Still got to work out why that happens, why the mouse just stops working from time to time. Anyhow, we can mark this as a animal room, or it should be designated as a barn now. Let's take a look. Hey, it's a barn. Ugly, dirty, and dark, and probably a little cold and damp as well. But it does mean we can finally get rid... Oops, wait. I did just press X on you. Cool. X is not slaughter, because I have no interest in slaughtering you at all. Not in the future. Never. I just don't want to slaughter you. Okay, that should do the trick, and you should now be living up here. Now, what I think I'll be doing is moving the kibble from this room up to this area over here. So that means another stockpile with a slightly higher priority. I think, let's say a 3... Yeah, so kibble... Oh, darn it. Can we delete the zone, please? Thank you. And okay, so we want to do kibble on one side and probably hay on the other, which means probably you need to grow it as well, which isn't too much of a challenge. That said, I don't think we have any animals which need hay, so no, we can ignore it from the time being then. Okay, well, that's no problem then. So, let's take a look. I think what we'll do is not copy those settings, but actually just specify them up here. So we'll do a preferred, clear all, and then mark for kibble, and then clear all, mark for preferred, and for hay. Means one side will never get used, but should still work out fine for our animals. And yet, they do walk through doors. They do walk through the doors. Still doesn't stop it looking any awkward though. Any awkwarder though. There we are. Cool. The layout's looking really nice. I think what we'll end up doing is making a few paths just to walk in here and a couple of garden beds. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's do that. So, what are we going to be using for the ground? Now, we have been using slate all indoors, and, you know, slate outside also works, but maybe we can use a different type of block, which, when I click on the right tile, we should be able to see. So, let's say chick to move and move around, and we want something that looks nice. Do we have any granite around the place? We have 10 blocks of granite. Every tile takes 4 blocks. No, that's not a choice. And what's this one? Limestone. Okay. We're going to put limestone tiles in this courtyard. Don't know if that look... if I'm really happy with it, but we'll work with it. So no, that should be fine. There we go. And you get around to building. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So what about the gardens? Now I think we'll need something really prettier here. So in growing zone, and do something like this. And I think we might split it into several growing zones here. Oops, that's... I was going to press Control Z, but no, that's still not quite right. Just going to pause it just so they don't go growing things while I'm not ready to. So there. And then just expand this a little bit more and... Excuse me. There we go. Cool. This should be a really nice growing area. So what are we going to grow here? Before I play it again, we need to work it out before anyone starts planting things. So, roses, daylilies, or... what else could we grow here? Dandelions. Let's take a look at the beauty. Beauty of 5, limited lifespan. I think on the outside 2 edges here we'll grow dandelions because they last a relatively long compared to roses, which let's say lifespan of 10.5 days versus the the dandelions of 7.5. Wait a second. 7.5 versus what again? I keep losing myself. Okay, wait. Roses last longer and look nicer. Then why would you use dandelions then? Okay, I don't really understand, but fair enough. Now, what about daylilies? Daylilies are definitely much more beautiful, and they have the shortest lifespan of all the plants. So maybe this is what we're going to do. We're going to have a patch of roses. Whoops. Roses in the center. We'll have daylilies on the outside edges because they're going to take a long time to plant and grow and whatnot. And then on the top section, just because we want everything for some strange reason, dandelions, which should do the trick. Now they will obviously take a bit of time to plant, but someone should get around to it sometime soon. Foo, would you like to get it started? Okay, never mind. Toxo's getting onto it. So this should really beautify this area up. So I wonder what this is designated as. Okay, so it's just a room, mediocre, spacious, rather nice and slightly dirty. Oh, that's kind of depressing. I was hoping for something better than that. Okay, what about the beauty then? 4.6 beauty. Really, really nice place. You know what? I think it's going to be worth doing this. Let's grab... Where is it? Just here, the marriage spot. And build a copy just in this area. As it is the nicest place to do things in now. And obviously we just deleted it as well. Cool. Now, we'll start wrapping things up. So we've got a caribou, which I don't think we're going to keep around because it doesn't have the ability to haul, which is one of the biggest things we like in our colonies. So we'll just mark it to be slaughtered. Obviously keep it restricted to within the area, animal area 1, which, oh, we actually have to expand. Oh, so many areas to deal with. So I'll be back in just a second while I fix this up. Okay, I think that's good enough. So we've just gone ahead and just, you know, restricted the animals just to areas where there's food, human food, because we don't want them to eat it. Now I think there might be still a little bit of kibble in here. Nope, there's no kibble in here, so the animals do have access to the one stack of kibble, which, seeing that, I might want to increase sometime soon. Because it's not much kibble to work with, and just restricting them from this area, because we don't want them eating plants, because it does happen from time to time. I'm very sure some animals do actually like eating the heel root, so you have to restrict them. Which, you know, it's not a problem. And obviously they're all inside the base, no access to the butcher room, and that should be good. No access to the medicine cabinet either. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, well, I think this is about it for this episode. Now, one last thing we needed to check was just to see what the room this is, what this turns out. Okay, so this is actually turned into a dining room, which is what we want to see. Now, I don't know whether or not that affects our colonists' decision to eat where they're sitting, or where they're standing, or actually walk to the other side of the settlement into the dining room. My hope is that they do actually walk all the way over, but I'll have to just see how things turn out and just watch them very carefully. But that, of course, is for another episode, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have anything to say, feel free to leave it in the comments below. But as I've said in the past, and will say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.